Forklifts are used to lift, load, unload, stack and transfer crates, drums, pallets and other materials. Because of their wide range of uses, forklifts are one of the most useful and widely used pieces of machinery in our workplaces. However, they also have the potential to be one of the most dangerous. If you had this truck driving in and around your workplace, there's no doubt you'd proceed with caution and be extremely wary of its movements. Interestingly, a medium-sized forklift weighs roughly the same as this truck, but because we're used to the presence of forklifts in our workplace, some of us can tend to show little regard for the damage and injury they can cause. Each year, forklifts are involved in hundreds of workplace accidents that result in fatalities, serious injuries, and property damage. If you work near or around forklifts, you should know that 50% of forklift fatalities and serious injuries involve pedestrians. It's also interesting to note that half of the pedestrians killed are crushed by a forklift that is barely moving. These facts scream at us the need to exercise extreme care when working around forklifts. Where pedestrians and forklifts operate in the same area, defined aisleways for both should be provided and clearly marked, and naturally, as a pedestrian, you must stick to that defined walkway at all times. Remember, you can't expect the forklift driver to see you. They often have limited visibility. The forks and lifting mechanism create blind spots for the driver, and it only gets worse when they are loaded. To be effective, forklifts must be maneuverable and compact. These features make them quite unstable. Added to this instability, a full-laden standard 2-ton forklift can weigh up to 3 times the weight of a family car. This weight precludes them from stopping quickly. Forklifts are constantly moving, and with a rear-wheel drive and very small turning circle, the forklift's rear end can swing round much wider than expected, making their travel path quite unpredictable. Speed and braking distances is another factor. Research shows that at a speed of 14 km per hour, a fully laden forklift will need at least 10 metres to stop safely. And that even at a walking pace, which is around 6 km per hour, a forklift will need at least 3 metres to stop. Either way, you must be constantly aware of the forklift activities around your workplace and leave them plenty of room to do their work. You're most at risk by being hit by a forklift or its loads if you are walking alongside it, picking stock off a nearby shelf, walking in between it and a delivery vehicle, stepping into its path, or assisting with loading or unloading. At the very least, there should be a 3-metre exclusion zone around a forklift, and pedestrians should not enter that zone until the fork has been turned off and the handbrake has been applied. If you have to enter a forklift zone or cross an aisle, you should make sure that you have eye contact with the driver at all times. You should never approach a moving forklift to speak with the operator, but rather wait for the forklift to stop and the operator to acknowledge your presence before approaching. You should also refrain from using your mobile or wearing headphones when working around forklifts. And always provide enough space for the forklift to move safely out of your way.